I think I'm live. There we go. Now I see me. Hey, I think I'm live. Hey, and there's my little person there. Does it not... I don't even remember adding that. Oh, because of YouTube. Haha. Hello, everybody. If you do not know me, my name is Anne Marie. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been for 8 years. I should really nail that down. I was really good when I hit 5, and I figure when I hit 10, that'll help me reset. So I'm calling this Happy Scrappy Saturday, and I am going to go through the process of making a 12 by 12 scrapbook page. I am not a natural scrapbooker, but I do like doing it. And I consume a lot of scrapbook content as far as watching other people scrapbook. And it helps give me an ideas, and I kind of ebb and flow. But here locally in Topeka, I have a crop coming up. So if you are local in Topeka and you need that information, then let me know. So I can get that to you. And yeah, so I'm going to make a scrapbook page. I'm going to switch my camera so you can see my workspace. So let's see if that will work for me. I've only done a few YouTubes, so I'm always trying to make sure that I am on, excuse me, par with everything here. Hey, there we go. I'll try to drink the water and get it in my mouth. I've got my camera lifted up so I can see. Somebody texted me. I need to look at it. And then we will get going. So, if you did not know, I was in Houston. I'm going to give myself a viewer by watching the stream myself. So I was in Houston for Stampin' Up! On Stage, which is the big, like, 3-day event deal. And for Prize Patrol, I won this 12 by 12 paper. I need to watch this from here. I almost can get it fully in frame. I think the camera would have to be even much higher. This is my last grid sheet of this. I've had this grid paper for a while as the last one, so I was like, oh, we're going to use it today. This is the Frames and Flowers 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper, and it will be available for purchase on May 1st. And it's kind of a unique paper because there's some really cool features. And so we'll go through some of the pages just so you can get a look. These are punch outs, which maybe we'll just go ahead and punch those out here in a little bit. We'll set that off to the side. Here's another full page. I love these kind of like eucalyptus looking leaves. I can give you a rundown of the colors. Let me do that. I always recommend keeping your little back sheet because it'll tell you the colors. So we have Early Espresso, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, Shaded Spruce, Soft Seafoam. This is really pretty too. I love the little flowers, just kind of like that basic floral. And then look at all of these fun punch outs. I don't know if I'm gonna. And then here is some more. So these are all like laser punch outs. Something that Stampin' Up!, at least for while I've been a demonstrator and even stamping, hasn't really done a lot of this. So when I got this, I thought, oh, scrapbook, I need to make a scrapbook page. I'm going to put those punch outs over there. And I don't know if I should do like one of these patterns as the full background. Maybe use one of the backs. So this is the picture that I want to scrapbook. Ooh, that looks actually really good on here because of this butterfly. So this is my husband, myself, and my Aunt Jeanette. So when we went to Houston, we drove down, and she lives in the Dallas area. So we saw my aunt. which was great. And this was, yeah, this one's kind of cute too, especially if I use some of those frames. I mean, I could use like a plain. Is it like really shameful to use this? Normally, normally like with other packs we get like 2 of each one, but this one we don't. But I kind of like how the pink looks, because then I think if I layer with these little frames things, let's punch some of these out and see what it looks like. So my goal with this video is just kind of a scrapbook page process. I don't think I need to keep that. This is really cute. That'd be cute for like a regular picture. I know some people probably freak out throwing that middle away. It is a weird shape though. This is cute. I really don't know if I'll be able to use any of these. I think I might use some of those other pieces more. Ooh, I really, really like this one. There's this long piece. A little crookedy already. This DSP is not part of a suite. I'm having to remember. I don't have my new catalog down here that goes live on May 1st. And I did pull out the translucent florals stamp set in case I do stamping, because I think a lot of like this kind of looks like this. And there are some dies that would cut out images or make 3D flowers. So that's definitely a consideration. But my thought with this was to make it fairly simple, just really kind of focusing on the paper pack. Make some cute cards with these. We gravitate to cards, but I do want this picture scrapped. So if it was a smaller picture, I think I could definitely use these frames. Oh, here, give you an idea of what things would look like. But I actually am not going to crop this picture because it's a pretty good print and size on its own. But I do think some of these little pieces would be nice. Let's see, this was also a consideration. I kind of like the petal pink one, because then I think some of these little florals that are mostly in the greens will pop more. I think I'm going to have to pull out. I have these little 6x6 folder things. But you know what? Actually, I think one of these die holders might be better. Do I have one of those available? The 6x7 pocket fits. So these are from Stamp and Storage. And I can give you a discount code if you've never ordered from them. Just let me know. The magnetic die cards fit in there, but it's also great. I think this would be better to put these little pieces in as they fall out. And then what I can do is store this inside my 12x12 packet. Feeling pretty smart now, because all of these can go into here. And then I won't lose anything. So smart. I'm feeling pretty smart. Okay, I know I'm not going to use that. I like these kind of pieces, maybe. Those little flowers, cute. Yeah, this would be cute around the face. Okay, these are the ones I don't think I'm going to use. This is one. And these do punch out pretty good. Not super easy, but not too difficult. It's not going to look good on that page. These little guys might. I love this little floral stem shape. I feel like we've had dies or something with that. These are so great, and I know you scrapbookers are really used to using these little punch out things. So I kind of wanted to get a feel for it. And so here's my question to you. If you use a lot of these punch outs from whatever company, do you do what I'm doing? Do you punch them all out? Do you try to keep them in their home? That was my first thought, was to try to keep them in their home, but then the more I've kind of handled it, the more it's gotten a little ridiculous. So I'm going with the pocket storage. So I think that will be the way to go for me. Ooh, this one's really pretty. Okay, so we'll trash that. Here's some more flowers. Ooh, I like this. This will be great for a card or something, sentiment. So let's put these in here, because I know I don't think I'm going to use those. I think I'm going to do a build up. I think I'm going to frame it out in one of the greens. Ooh, I really like this. Let me move this up. I keep moving my stuff. That's lovely. Here's a fun little corner. That could be a little tuck-em. More little flowers. I love that they kind of stuck these little flowers throughout. But yeah, there's one you could stamp something in or do a punch picture. I'm going to go ahead and stick that in there. I'm going to save that. Ooh. You know, it is kind of fun punching them all out, I think. Just because then you kind of get a feel for the picture. Or like the feel for each little object. Here's a nice oval. I'll just put that in there too. We'll save that. More of these little guys. Ooh, I like this leaf here. Look how pretty that leaf is. So look at this. Oh, hey, Mom. Look at this leaf. Let's pull this little piece of white card. So if you are into ink blending, so think about have other leaf die cuts or something like that you have. So we have petal pink here on a couple of the ends. This is going to be granny apple green. And then I feel like we're getting, this is probably garden green. Let me look at some of the other colors. Old olive, no. Maybe a little shade spruce, but I'm going with petal pink, granny apple, and like garden green darker and then kind of faded down. What a beautiful color blend. Beautiful color blend. We're going to put that in that pile. Beautiful, beautiful. So here's kind of another similar color blend. Let's hold it up on the white so you can kind of get an idea. That is one thing I would encourage everybody to do is take a look at here's another wreath. Take a look, you can cut these apart. Take a look at your designer series paper. for the color inspiration, and not just for, you know, I've read off all the colors, but for the techniques of using the colors, like the blending. Man, there's so many shapes. Did I get them all? Let's see, we can use the cardboard. Don't throw this cardboard away, this chipboard that comes with the specialty papers. I use this to make junk journals and other journals and all kinds of things. These are very, very useful. Very useful. I promise. Okay, so I've got kind of all these little green florals here. I don't know if I want this necessarily in the middle, but maybe. It's a great picture. I do like these corners, but I don't know if I want it for this. Because I feel like if I use these little floral corners, then I can build off of them. And kind of make my own thing. Oh, I just love this one. I don't think I'll use this big arch. Stick that away. Again, trying to use the papers, and this can be popped up. I'm just doing a little test layering to kind of see what might work. And then a couple of these could be scattered in there. What do we have? Okay, I'm going to put the corners away because I know I don't want to use those. These are all little flower bunches, so I don't think I'm going to use those for this. Ooh, there's another pretty wispy green and pink leaf. Okay, Mom is voting the garland corners. That was kind of my feeling too, so I'm trying to keep up on the comments. If you've crafted with me before, I can get focused. So I was more like, okay, talk to yourself. What's great, take your pick tool to pick up these things here that otherwise would be a pain in the rear end to try to grab up. I like how simple, like kind of Art Deco-y this one looks. And we have two of these. So if we had a different picture, like maybe a picture that was horizontal, no, vertical. This is horizontal. Yeah, this could be a top and a bottom because there's two. But I don't want to be skimpy on my stuff because I've got plenty of little pieces. So there's no need to be skimpy. And guess what? You can always order more. So let's talk about framing in the picture. So this is a standard picture, so that 4x6. I'm not liking this pink on there, but I think if it gets popped up, we'll be okay. So I like to run like stripes sometimes down. I'm not going to use this on here because it's too pink. That glare. Is that better? Can you still see okay? But I could do some stamping. This is pretty big. Like this is, you know, pretty nice on its own. We could add some bling or something to it. But if I frame out the picture and maybe Lost Lagoon. Let's see if I've got a size already in my. I got a lot of scraps here. 6 is going to be a killer though, so I might have to pull a new sheet. Ooh, this one. What's this? Nope. I guess that's the problem with card making, is my scraps are going to be smaller than 6, right? Because this is that right? A picture's 4 by 6? Yes. Okay. Well, it's just paper, so you just cut it. Cardstock. If I can grab just one piece from the list here. Okay, so let's do 4 1/4. And then 6 1/4. If it seems too big, I can cut it down to the 1/8 inch. I'd rather start off big. I think that's going to work out nice. I do think so. Okay, so I'm going to attach the picture to the cardstock because I'm liking how this looks. I used the pink gun. So this picture was sent, my aunt sent this in her Easter card. So she had this printed. And I'll need to do like a little journal. I like to turn it upside down to press it down, hopefully to help with fingerprints. It's a little crickety, but I think once these are on. So I'm thinking to use dimensionals on the picture and then also on these. And then these little outside guys can get tucked in underneath with a little bit of glue or a glue dot. And then I might add on some of these. So the journaling I could do just with a little piece of cardstock or something. I'm trying to think maybe a die. The tag dies are retiring, which is a bummer. Let me see what kind of dies I have. I don't even think I've sorted through them all yet. Maybe this, that would be fun. Or we could do lettering. That would be very fancy. So journaling, I have the countryside corners, which are fun, which also is fun to use for pictures, just as an idea. But I thought for the journaling, if I can get the one up I want, like if we had this shape, it could stick out underneath with a little journal. I have the deckled rectangles, which again could have used to cut some of that stuff out. Or I could put like the little tag. Let's do that. That would be fun. So this is white, and I could do, would I do Lost Lagoon, or maybe, let's do the soft sea foam, which is the super light green. So I want to have the back tag, we'll die cut this, and then we'll do white. I got lots of white scraps. I got white scraps for days. Let's see. So I can find a piece that's already somewhat the size of the die. Be a little efficient. There we go. Get the little guy out here. I got my little mini out. I'm gonna do that over here. The mini machine is very handy. I guess I could have done both at the same time with the big one, but I gotta get the plates correct. So if you have this little mini machine, when you do your plates, you want to make them in E. So this one sticks out further in the bottom one, and then this middle one is in like this, and that'll help. I want to return to the, so see, there's my base plate, and then if I stick this one here, and then I stick this on top. Try to keep things tidy, because if I kind of do this, maybe it kind of goes under there a little bit, and I can do the journal. So let's start just putting things down. I haven't stamped. I don't know if I really need to stamp, because this paper has this texture on it, and my plan is to make this kind of easy, right? So I'm really thinking with some plain cardstock. You could start off with white. I could have rolled some color onto here with the brayer. My goal is to try to get it in the middle. Though if I don't put it in the middle, then it's, you know, it's like on purpose, but so now I want these to be up there. So I think if I put a dimensional down there, it'll kind of like get up there without creating too much dimension. And I don't think I need to worry about tacking those down, but if it seems like it's moving a lot, we can sneak a glue dot underneath. So I do feel like scrapbook is card making is scrapbook. See, now I think I could put a lot more little doodads around if I wanted to. Putting that dimensional there has kind of hindered my plan. Somebody watching this knew that was going to happen. Like, you're not going to like that. You're right. But we're going to make it work. We're committed. We're going to get the... We're going to strike the right balance, I think. This is the time of the video where I just do this. Ooh, that's not terrible. Especially if I do some layering with them. I guess I could maybe lift up. No, I'm scared too. I'm scared. Like that works. All right, we're doing it. We're going to use these. Glue dots are my friends with these little, any kind of die cut that has little tiny stems like this. I just love a glue dot. It's worth every however many cents they cost. Now this one's a little bit bigger, but still. Because I only have that one on there, it will make it a little easier for me to maneuver. And then if I'm concerned, then I take the take your pick tool and I'll pick a dot up. And I'm like, okay, this is where I want it. And I can just put it right underneath. This works for cards as well, but for scrapbook pages it's nice because this page is going to go into a sleeve, you know, into a cover. So that does give it, you know, extra protection because it's not going to be handled like a card. You know, a card people are going to take, it's going to go into the envelope, out of the envelope, open it, close it. Oh, look at this card I got. Oh, it's so nice. It's going to get passed around. The scrapbook is going to be in the binder and in a protective sheet. This one needs one underneath for sure. We're rocking and rolling there a little bit. And some people might prefer to use a liquid glue, but with pictures involved, I know me, and I'm going to get glue in my hand, and it's going to somehow get on the picture. Now for this leaf, I could maybe put maybe a dimensional here. If I can get it to come off the card. I pulled the back off before. And that'll just give it, it'll poof it up a little bit there. So now we got a little movement. And I think one will fit here. We could pull out the mini dimensionals if we're worried about that as well, but I think we're good. Then we have these little guys. So with this, I'm going to put the glue dot on the tip because it's small, or on the end. So I've put the glue dot here, and then that way I can stick it in there how I want. And then put it down. And that's what we're going to do with this one as well. And I kind of like that extra dimension. And it's kind of up more to the top than the bottom, and I know you can't see the whole thing. I tried to do that as best I could. Do I do it? My initial thought was to tuck it in like this, but then you don't see the cool scallop black cat hair. I like how this looks. The date. When was this? This was... I want to write it down. April? What month is this? This is April. So it was March? March 2024. And we'll get out the... That's the old style. I know I've got a new style black marker. Or not. Well, I could write it in a color. Should I write it in black or a color? I could do Lost Lagoon. That would be kind of nice. Ooh, you know what? We have the chocolate early espresso. Chocolate chip has been long gone. So maybe I write the note in chocolate chip. So I want to adhere this down. Let's do a little piece of tape. How did I have that? Because then that can kind of slide in there like so. And we're going to say March 2024. And I'm going to say stopped to see the internet Houston. Houston, Houston. Is that right? Houston? I feel like that's correct. Let's see. Haha. I don't know how to spell. Yes. And we could pop that up or leave it flat. I think I'll leave it flat. And then I have like these little flowers and maybe let me move this up a little bit. So there we go. I think you can see a little better there. That's kind of cute. So we will do that. Glue dots. So when I have ready the tail to take off, I always run my finger to make sure I didn't skip one. Tip, don't waste a glue dot. If you are somebody who's like self-conscious about their handwriting, just type whatever you want to journal and print it off and then cut it and paste it in. But you know, I think it's kind of neat to see the handwriting. Somebody might care about it one day. Maybe we'll put a dimensional on the little flower. Oh, it's so cute. Gotta move that light so it's, move it so you don't see. Ta-da! I think that's it. I don't think it really needs anything else. We have all these fun florals. I mean, I could sit here and probably tuck more florals, but because the pattern, I liked adding this little bit here. You can do an up close. We'll get the, is this light on? Is that, that light's not on. That'll help. So here's kind of this corner. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Okay. And I know it was scary. I used the back of that sheet. Oh no! But for the page, it looks, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, you could do like, I mean, you could just sit there and, let me stick this underneath here so you can just kind of, like, you could really doll it up and continue to add stuff, but I don't want to. I think that's it. I made a scrapbook page. Yay! I need all the positive affirmation from my scrapbookers when they watch this. Let's see. I do have other pictures. These are all from Wyoming. And then I have some other random pictures. Got cats, Himmy, a Christmas, just because I love, this is like from 2 or 3 years. I think this is 3 Christmases ago. I just really like that picture. I have my iris I took a few years ago. So I do have random pictures that I can scrapbook, but I am pretty happy with this. So I did a scrapbook page. Go me. Thank you for being here. Let me see. I want to put all my little pieces away. Here they go. Put all these little flowers away. I'll have to make a, I need to do a card now. Or a junk journal. I'm kind of behind on my junk journal. But I will get there. I have a lot of other stuff I need to do right now. So here's all of my little die cuts are in here. And I have, I mean, I saw this is part of the die cut too, but it won't fit. It'll be fine in the big sleeve. So now I only have 2 of this 12 by 12 because everything else was die cut. But I can fit this in my sleeve. My other little piece, which, oh, that matches that exactly. That's funny. That might mess up my brain. I'm going to put this one in front. Sorry for the camera jiggle. And then I can put this right into here. And then here's my little sheet that tells me the colors. So the specialty paper is in this clear wrap and the stickers on the clear wrap. So I just cut it out. Regular DSP, there's a like cardstock, a thicker cardstock piece that has this on there. But I like to save it. So now I know my colors. I can stick this in my 12 by 12 storage. And I'll need to get some, I'm going to do some photography on this and get it posted. So thank you. My mom was on here live. Thanks, Mom. And please, if you have watched this all the way through, make sure to leave me a comment and like the video. Let me know. And if you like this, then maybe this becomes a, not every Saturday morning, but maybe a more often Saturday morning. We make Scrappy Saturday, and I do a scrapbook page with Stampin' Up! Products. So if you are watching this, if you head over to my Facebook page, Handmade by A. M. Bevel, most Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, I do live. I should probably actually look at you. I do a live demonstration, usually cards, sometimes something else. Most Tuesdays, like that is a consistent thing. Most Tuesdays, around holidays and stuff like that. Or if I get sick, then I don't. So yeah, head over there, find me on Instagram, Facebook, and hopefully I'll continue to do some of these YouTubes. I like just doing the live because it's easy. I don't have to record something and then upload it. It just does it all automatically, and it is fantastic. I hope you're having a great week or great day whenever you do see this. Appreciate you being here, and we will see you around the internet.